this week marks 1 month since the United Nations declared famine in South Sudan, and warnings in Nigeria, Yemen and Somalia could follow. The United Nations and its humanitarian agencies need to raise $5.6 billion and are in a race against time to do so. Somalia is one of the 4 worst affected nations. Let's now discuss the situation there further with Abdi Ahmed Mohammed. He is a member of the National Drought Response Committee there. Mr. Mohammed, it is now a month since famine was declared in South Sudan and a famine warning issued for Somalia, Nigeria and the northeast Nigeria. Are we now any closer to resolving the food crisis in your country?
I think we have not resolved. As you know, the rains have failed in many parts of the country for 4 consecutive growing seasons. Now we are facing a high death rate among the livestock in all the country, in the various parts of the country, and we are still facing the risk of a famine. A lot of support has gone into the communities, mainly by the support of the Somali communities large in the country and outside, and also now we also see an increased assistance coming through the international organizations. As you know, with the international organizations, we are assisting 1.1 million Somali people, and those who are really facing the risk of hunger are 2.9, which means this is we have a coverage of only 40%. This shows that we have got a long way to go to really ensure that famine doesn't happen.
And Mr. Mohammed, what is the greatest challenge facing organizations involved in the anti-drought efforts in the country, and what can be done to help?
I think first and foremost, compared to 2011, the access has increased. Most of the organizations are now working in major towns. The access to the rural areas is restricted in certain parts, but we haven't covered even those areas where access is possible. I think one of the challenges that these organizations have faced is that even though the alarm was raised back in end of last year, there were no funds readily available for response, and the resource mobilization is still going on. For this season, for this year 2017, we had a request of 846 million, but then it was revised at the beginning of this year to 825 million just for the first 6 months. And up until now, we have something like 180, close to 180 million US dollars. We are short of more than $6 million US dollars. That's really the biggest challenge. Funds that are not available for people who are increasingly risking their lives and facing a situation of the disaster of a famine in the country.
All right. Thank you very much for speaking to us on the program, Abdi Ahmed Mohammed, who is a member of the National Drought Response Committee, joining us live there from Mogadishu.